When people think of expedition vehicles, they imagine luxury campers, extreme off-road builds, or million-dollar rigs used once a year. But real expedition vehicles are different. They are reliable, serviceable, built to survive thousands of miles far from pavement, fuel stations, or help. In 2026, the best expedition vehicles aren't just about power. They're about durability, efficiency, and adaptability. These are the 7 vehicles that actually make sense if you're serious about long-distance travel, overlanding, and true expedition use. 1. Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Series. The Land Cruiser has always been the gold standard, and the 300 Series continues that legacy. Under the hood is a twin-turbo V6, replacing the old V8. More torque, better fuel efficiency, less weight. But the real strength isn't the engine, it's the chassis. Full-time 4-wheel drive, locking differentials, proven drivetrain components that work in deserts, jungles, and remote mountain ranges. This is the vehicle humanitarian groups use, the vehicle governments trust, the vehicle that keeps moving when everything else quits. If your expedition plan includes remote countries and poor fuel quality, this is still the safest bet on Earth. 2. Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, new generation. If the 300 series is too large or too expensive, the Prado is the smarter choice. Lighter, more efficient, still built on a body-on-frame platform. The new Prado focuses on balance, good highway comfort, excellent off-road geometry, lower running costs than the full Land Cruiser. It's easier to modify, easier to repair, and easier to live with daily. For solo travelers or couples, this is one of the most realistic expedition platforms you can buy in 2026. 3. Ford Ranger Raptor Next Gen. This may surprise some people. The Ranger Raptor is not just a performance truck, it's an expedition sleeper. The twin-turbo V6 is reliable, the long travel suspension absorbs brutal terrain, and the aftermarket support is massive. What makes it expedition ready is how easy it is to set up. Roof tents, rear campers, fuel tanks, recovery gear, everything fits. And unlike larger trucks, the Ranger still fits narrow trails and tight urban environments when your expedition crosses cities. Fast, comfortable, capable. It's a modern expedition tool. 4. Toyota Hilux GR Sport. The Hilux is legendary for one reason: it refuses to die. The GR Sport version strengthens the suspension, improves cooling, and reinforces weak points found in earlier generations. This is not about luxury, this is about survival. The diesel engine is simple, fuel efficient, and globally supported. If something breaks, parts exist almost everywhere. From Africa to South America, the Hilux is understood by local mechanics. For long-term expeditions with uncertain support, this matters more than horsepower. 5. Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4EXE or ICE. The Wrangler Rubicon is pure access, solid axles, lockers front and rear, disconnecting sway bar. It goes places other vehicles can't. The 4XE hybrid adds torque and efficiency, but the standard petrol version is still the safer option for extreme remoteness. Where the Wrangler shines is terrain difficulty, rock crawling, mountain passes, technical trails. With proper storage solutions, it becomes a compact expedition rig that reaches places full-size vehicles never will. 6. Mercedes-Benz G-Class Professional, not the luxury version, the professional version. This is the G-Class before it became a status symbol, locking differentials on all axles. Ladder frame construction, military-grade engineering. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, parts cost more, but the durability is unmatched. This vehicle was designed to serve armies and emergency units for decades. For expeditions in harsh climates with extreme terrain, few vehicles offer this level of structural integrity. 7. Iveco Daily 4x4. This is where expeditions become homes. The Iveco Daily 4x4 is a true expedition truck, not an SUV, not a pickup, a heavy-duty platform capable of carrying living modules, water tanks, and weeks of supplies. Solid axles, low-range gearing, massive payload capacity. This is the vehicle used for multi-year global expeditions. If your goal is not a weekend escape, but full-time life on the road, this is the starting point. What makes a true expedition vehicle powered doesn't matter as much as people think. Reliability matters, fuel availability matters, repairability matters. The best expedition vehicles are body on frame, mechanically simple, supported worldwide, efficient under load, and most importantly, predictable. Because when you're 500 kilometers from the nearest town, predictability is safety. Final verdict: in 2026, expedition vehicles are evolving. Less about brute force, more about efficiency, balance, and systems. Whether you want a legendary Land Cruiser, a modern Raptor, or a full expedition truck, the right choice always depends on how you travel, not how aggressive it looks in photos, not how many screens it has inside, and not how impressive it sounds when parked at a fuel station. It depends on distance, on terrain, on isolation. Some vehicles are built for comfort, some are built for speed, and some are built for one thing only: getting you through places where mistakes are expensive and help is far away. But one rule never changes: the best expedition vehicle is not the newest, not the rarest, not the most powerful. It's the one that brings you home, the one that starts after a cold night at altitude, the one that keeps moving when fuel quality drops and roads disappear, the one that doesn't need excuses, because out there, horsepower numbers don't matter, marketing doesn't matter, badges don't matter, preparation does, reliability matters, simplicity matters, knowing your vehicle better than the terrain ahead matters. If you want honest breakdowns of expedition platforms, real-world modification strategies, and setups tested far beyond pavement, subscribe now, because the road doesn't care what you bought, it only cares how well you planned.